Okay, so in midway through 2019, we still have spaying and neutering, or spaying and castrating. Neutering technically uh, means for both sexes, technically, so neutering could mean spaying or castrating. So in 2019, halfway through 2019, we still have neutering. I've looked up solutions and I have some updates some of you probably aren't aware of. So the first thing that happened was like about a dozen years ago, like 10 years ago, definitely, we got Librel. It's a female birth control pill that stops period completely. I didn't get the actual chemical name. Um, but basically, you take it for 4 months and then you ovulate like 4 times a year, and that's working. And I looked up if it's they tested it on dogs to replace spaying with Librel or something, and I didn't see any long term. Like I feel like they should do like a 5 year to put someone on Librel for 5 years and see if they start having their period after those 5 years, like longer than 4 months, and see if you take it for over a year, if your period will stop completely. I think they should have some more information on that on the internet. And I also looked up, I asked that question on drugs.com or something on one of their forums. I haven't gotten a response. But their other one, or it also said they had, like, I read reviews on it from humans, and they said it had some negative side effects, like they felt bad, and it took a while to get on it, but in the end they all loved it because they replaced their period and they didn't have their period as much. So it has side effects uh, until you get used to it, so that's the only downside to it, basically. Uh, and just recently, like it was announced in the last few months in mid 2019 that uh, we uh, we have a male birth control pill. I looked up the chemical name for it. It's uh, dimethandrolone undecanoate or something. Dimethandrolone undecanoate, but it doesn't have a brand yet. I want to try it for myself. Once it starts with a brand, I'll get that from my doctor every month or something. Um, and I'll put some reviews on that because it's dimethandrolone undecanoate, and I've had undecanoates before, and I've had uh, androlones before and stuff like that. So if it's gonna reduce my sperm count, I want to do an actual trial on that and use myself, like see if I take that. I don't know the time frame on that either. Do I take that for like a month or just before like any sexual activity or something, or could I just be on that for 5 years like a dog, and then after those 5 years, if the dog wants to, if the dog has a mate or something, then um, maybe they could discontinue it after 5 years and then start producing sperm again, because it said after the trials that they were able to produce sperm again. And it would be good to live in a world where there wasn't any spaying, castrating, or neutering. Do that for horses, do that for cows, all that. All we just have to make is this undecanoate powder, and that would be good. And Librel. And then I also found out that there's this Vasogel in replacement uh, instead of the undecanoate, which doesn't have a brand yet. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my doctor, and I'll put in the description if it's out yet. Um, in like 2 weeks, I have another appointment, and there's a Vasogel thing that I don't know if it goes around your vas deferens or in your vas deferens, but it's like a vasectomy, but instead of severing it, it like blocks it with Vasogel. And, like your balls are still producing sperm, and it just doesn't send the sperm to your prostate or whatever. So that would be nice if that Vasogel works. And I don't know if that'll work for women too. I haven't done research on that. It said the Vasogel, uh, and this came out like, I don't know if this has been out longer than the male birth control pill, but both of those two are very recent, and I haven't heard any discussion on Vasogel for ovaries and stuff. And I don't know if that would prevent period if you have vasogel, or just yeah, I'm not sure how the vasogel would work for females. And that's the current update on spaying and neutering.